Previously, we got all of our base cabinets installed, except for this last one. You can see we have a missing space here, and that's because the company accidentally sent us the wrong cabinet. I got word from the company that that cabinet should be in about next Tuesday or so we'll see that in about a week. In the meantime, I'm going to start hanging our wall cabinets today. Now, we're not having too many wall cabinets, but I just wanted a simple run right here of 3 cabinets. I'm going to be starting with a spacer. You can remember that down here we got a little 1.5 inch spacer to keep the cabinet away from the wall, just a hair. That gives us a little more room for the door to open and such. Well, we're going to be doing the same thing up here. I'll be back here. Space it out just the same. So let's get the cabinets in here. I'm going to unbox them. I'll show you guys the wall cabinets and get them installed. The other shelf. Not too bad. There's a little black scuff here, but it looks like it rubs right off. So, let's see. Take the cardboard out. Pretty simple. It's a 15-inch wall cabinet. And with a wall cabinet like this door is swinging the wrong way. So all you gotta do is turn it upside down. Really easy fix. This is the way we're gonna be hanging it on the wall. A lot of wall cabinets are made like this. You just flip them around. If they have a decorative door, you might just switch the door hinges around. Good, Ash? Belle? What's your name?
Belle.
Yeah. And so this is where the spacer is going to go. I showed this in the last video with the base cabinets. I'm just going to go ahead and screw that right on there. Push that away from the wall so that the door has more room to swing. I should have mentioned previously that if you have there's different kinds of cabinets. This is a full overlay, or almost a full overlay cabinet, where the door covers most of the face frame. So there's not much room, and if you're too close to the wall, that door will hit the wall when you open it. If you buy a partial overlay cabinet, you'll see more of the face frame. The cabinet door is smaller on the front. And when you see this is the face frame. Some cabinets have quite a bit showing, and then a spacer is not as important, but you can still use it. Hopefully I can hold this still while I pre-drill it. Okay. So I pre-drilled my holes and I just set them in a little bit because I'm using these kind of wide head screws. If you're using finishing nails or finishing screws, you wouldn't need that, but just want to make sure they set in there. I got my first hole pre-drilled and perfect. This wood isn't perfectly straight, so I'm drilling one hole at a time. Now that this is where I want it, I can do the middle. Spacer is hooked on, looks good. I'm ready to hang it on the wall. I'm going to find my stud locations in the wall, which I already have them marked. So I'm just going to make sure I know where in the box they're going. So I cut some boards that were 19.5 inches tall. And I'm going to be using these to prop up the cabinet to hold it exactly where I want in the wall. So I'm going to set them right in the back of the cabinet, as you'll see in a minute. I chose 19.5 because I want 18 inches from the top of the counter to the bottom of my cabinets. So 18-inch gap. So I'm doing 18 inches plus 1.5 inches for the countertop. Easy. Okay. That cabinet is totally secure now. It's not going anywhere. I think I got it pretty level. Looking good. And so, now I have something to work off of to build my next one. And the next one's going to be a short cabinet because we're going to have a range hood right here. Pull that down. I'm almost ready to put this up, but this cabinet's a little scary because I have an outlet up here. Cover's not on it yet, but I have an outlet up here. And we have to cut out for that. That's going to be where the range hood plugs in. So I need to cut a hole for that, and I also need to cut a hole in the bottom of the cabinet for the vent that's going to come up through it. And eventually cut a hole in the back of the cabinet to go out, which I'm not ready for. So I'm just marking out where I want my duct to come up. It's going to be a 6-inch round duct. And I just used a piece of my cardboard shims to make a quick compass to make my opening. It's about 6.5 inches wide. I want to give myself a little bit of wiggle room for the duct work. Yeah, I got to make another hole over here for the wire, and then we'll be all set. Okay. Now obviously we'll still need to cut a hole in the wall. The only reason I'm not doing that is because we're not ready for it. We don't have the ductwork and we don't want a big hole in our wall, obviously. I messed up.
You did?
Yeah. 2 inches from there. It would be 2¼ inches over from the face, right?
You gotta add both. This one and the other one.
Oh, the other one isn't what I was adding. Well, you gotta be really careful when you're measuring cabinets because the sides are inset 1/4 inch from the face. And you gotta, I forgot to calculate the inset for the other cabinet. That's where we went wrong.
Let me get the shim in there. Okay.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is going good. A couple of little adjustments with that one and we got it installed. I hope it's not too hard to cut that hole through the back and through the wall and through the outside later on. That's going to be tragic. If this is going level and if we have these level, then my supports should work for this one to hold up the next cabinet. Now there's no guarantee that it's going to be perfect, but at least I'll hold them up there, hold it up there and I can see how it's sitting. This is the last cabinet for here. But we got some other work that we're going to be doing after this. So yeah, we're going to try to get a lot done today. This shouldn't be too bad. Just guide me on top of them and
Okay.
we'll make it happen.
Good? Okay.
Okay, let me look at it now. Okay, where's my drill? I really can't reach it. I can't feel where one cabinet starts and the other one ends. Okay, ready? Tell me how this looks. Spicy?
I think it looks good.
Good. Perfectly level. So I'll get the other one screwed in. Okay. So now we can take these out. Awesome. And as you guys can see, it's not too hard to put up cabinets, the wall cabinets after the base cabinets. Some people do their wall cabinets first, some people do the base. There's no wrong way. We get a lot of people that tell us how we're supposed to do things, but there's no supposed to. Most things in life are pretty flexible and you gotta do what works best for you. I am very prone to banging my head. I smash my head into everything and it's terrible. I actually chipped my tooth living here at this house because I hit my head so hard on a piece of wood going under the windowsill. So, if I put the wall cabinets up first, guaranteed I would smack my head on these when I'm trying to get these in here and leveled.
Most likely, yeah.
Because I get focused on what I'm doing. I'll be down here getting shims. Yeah, get under there. And I stand up. I'm going to crack my head. I don't like anything over my head when I'm working. It's a danger. And also, this gives me the ability to easily prop up the cabinet, see what it looks like, make sure everything's good. And I can just set the cabinets right on here instead of floor up. It's easier. This is our preferred method and it just works for us.
And it worked well.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, what do you guys think? You can see that's where the range hood is going to go, obviously, and that's the wall cabinets. Really makes the kitchen come together. We'll back up and get a more full shot later on. Oh, all we got to do now is tie these two face frames together. You always want to screw your face frames together to make sure there's no cracks and gaps between them. So I'll do that now. I actually have these they're white-headed cabinet screws. I've been using those for the drawing it together. And I've been using the regular gold screws for the hanging it. There. That looks good.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, there it is, guys. I guess we're going to wrap up the kitchen project now. We can more or less say that this is all done. You can see I actually have a couple more boards being painted right there for a future project. And until this cabinet over here comes, we can't really do much more in here. After that comes, we'll get the toe kicks installed and hopefully start working toward getting the countertops done. So now you guys can start seeing more of how this layout's come together. I know in the last video we had a lot of comments about this part of the layout, the sink base. Everybody's kind of criticizing us about where we put this. We want the cabinets to be laid out so that we can fit certain cabinets in here a certain way. And we're happy with how the cabinets look. And I think you guys will like the sink when it's done, but as you can see, it's not done yet. It's amazing how many people said, why didn't you center the sink under the window? We didn't even install the sink yet. So we always say, be patient. Be patient and watch our plans unfold. With that being said, there is something I have to do to this cabinet to make it work a little better for us. A little bit of staples. How far through can I put this blade? I want to know. Let's go 1 3/4 inches. You want to give me my glasses? This is going to be dusty. There should be some, well, right next to your feet. There. That looks good. Oh boy. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Okay. This side's snug. Looks like there's it's fine, it's good.
Yeah. We're getting into the overdoing it problem.
The sun's finally going down, so I can finally show you the kitchen without the backlighting. So here it is, almost done except for that last cabinet. This came together so well. I may have voided some warranties. If you guys didn't see our last video, these cabinets are Mantra brand cabinets. They come pre-assembled, as you saw, really cool. We're happy with the quality, really liking them. It just feels good to have a kitchen in here, finally. Oh, cabinets in here, I should say. You can see we're going for a galley kitchen. We really wanted a straight run. We don't like corners. And our kitchen, we could not stand our previous kitchen that we tore out of here. It was a horseshoe kitchen. And while that makes a good work triangle, everybody loves those work triangles, they're impractical. Ashley and I couldn't cook together because we're constantly running into each other.
Yeah.
Because everything's on opposite walls. And you feel crowded, but it's taking up the whole room. And we really don't like working in corners. So the corners we avoided. They're just caves.
They're so deep.
I like to work at a straight countertop. That's why we did this. And again, when all this is done, when the kitchen is done, we're going to go over it, give a tour, and we'll do at some point a layout video where we talk more about our design ideas and why we laid things out the way we did. The best we can.
Yeah.
we like to do things a little bit different sometimes. We have some minor adjustments to do with like just making sure all the doors and drawers and everything line up. Doors are easy. These have 6-way adjustable hinges, and there's screws on them. You just turn them to make them move in and out, up and down, side to side. We can adjust those. Some of the drawers aren't totally in line. That's not a big deal. That's trickier to adjust, but if we find it to be a big issue, we could do it. We'll probably leave them. And
we know what handles we're doing, but we don't have them ordered yet.
yeah, we got to get online and shop around. Make an order soon. Well guys, I guess we're going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to have another video coming soon. We got a lot more work to do and a special project with those 2 pieces of wood that I painted. So, yeah. I guess that's all for now. And until next time, take care.
Bye.